In the heart of the countryside stood an old, weather-worn farmhouse known as the Wainwright Estate. Its time-worn facade and crumbling, ivy-covered walls hinted at decades of stories untold. But it was the chilling tales of the haunting whispers that had plagued the place for generations that had earned it its sinister reputation. The farmhouse had once belonged to the Wainwright family, who had lived there for centuries. Legends whispered of a dark secret that had cursed the family, a secret they had kept hidden from the world for generations. The whispers spoke of a malevolent presence that lurked within the house, a presence that drove the Wainwrights to madness, despair, and ultimately death. One cool autumn evening, Lucy, a young journalist with a fascination for the supernatural, decided to investigate the Wainwright Estate. Armed with a notebook, a flashlight, and her insatiable curiosity, she ventured into the heart of the countryside, determined to uncover the truth behind the haunting whispers. As she approached the decrepit farmhouse, the moon cast eerie shadows on its peeling paint. The wind whispered through the trees, carrying with it a sense of foreboding. Lucy's heart raced, but her determination pushed her forward. The front door groaned as she pushed it open, revealing a dimly lit interior. Cobwebs hung in every corner, and dust particles danced in the beam of her flashlight. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, and a sense of being watched settled over her. Lucy's footsteps echoed through the empty hallway as she ventured deeper into the house. The old wooden floorboards creaked beneath her feet, and the walls seemed to whisper secrets she couldn't quite grasp. She couldn't shake the feeling that something unseen was guiding her further into the darkness. As she entered the parlor, her flashlight's beam fell upon an old, ornate mirror. It was tarnished and cracked, but the reflection it held was not her own. In the mirror, Lucy saw the face of a woman with sorrowful eyes, her lips moving soundlessly as if trying to speak. Startled, Lucy turned away from the mirror, her heart pounding. She knew she was not alone in the house. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony of voices that filled the room. Desperate to make sense of it all, Lucy pulled out her notebook and began to write down the words she heard, as if the spirits were speaking through her pen. "Release us," the voices pleaded. "End the curse." Lucy could feel their pain and despair, and she knew she couldn't turn away. The secrets of the Wainwright Estate were finally spilling forth, and it was her duty to uncover them. As she explored the house further, Lucy discovered a hidden staircase leading down into the cellar. The air grew colder as she descended into the darkness, and a chill ran down her spine. In the cellar, she found an old, dusty chest, its lid barely holding on. With trembling hands, Lucy opened the chest to reveal a collection of letters, diaries, and faded photographs. They told the story of Eleanor Wainwright, a young woman who had lived in the farmhouse in the 19th century. Eleanor had fallen in love with a man from a neighboring village, a love that had sparked jealousy and resentment among her family. The diary entries spoke of secret meetings with her forbidden love, stolen kisses under the moonlight, and the desperate plans they had made to run away together. But the letters revealed a darker truth. Eleanor's family had discovered her plans and had taken drastic measures to put an end to her relationship. One fateful night, Eleanor and her lover had tried to escape, but they were intercepted by her family. In the struggle that ensued, her lover had been fatally wounded, and Eleanor had been dragged back to the farmhouse, locked in the very cellar where Lucy now stood. Eleanor's diary ended abruptly, her words trailing off into incoherent scribbles. Lucy's heart ached as she realized the tragic fate that had befallen the young lovers. The voices grew louder, their anguish echoing in the cellar. With newfound determination, Lucy vowed to help the trapped spirits find peace. She climbed the creaking stairs and returned to the mirror in the parlor. Holding out her notebook, she spoke aloud, addressing the spirits of the Wainwright Estate. "I know your story now," she said. "I know what happened to Eleanor and her love. I will do whatever it takes to release you from this curse." As Lucy spoke, the mirror seemed to shimmer, and the sorrowful face of Eleanor Wainwright appeared once more. This time, her lips moved with clarity, and she whispered, "Find his grave. Bring him to me." Lucy knew she had to fulfill Eleanor's plea. Armed with the information from the letters and diaries, she set out to locate the final resting place of Eleanor's lover. The trail led her to a small, forgotten cemetery on the outskirts of the village. There, beneath a moss-covered tombstone, she found the name of Eleanor's beloved. With the help of the villagers, she carefully exhumed the grave, uncovering a centuries-old skeleton. It was a grim task, but Lucy knew it was the only way to bring peace to the restless spirits of the Wainwright Estate. As she returned to the farmhouse with the skeletal remains, the air seemed to grow lighter, and the whispers of despair faded away. Eleanor's face in the mirror held a look of gratitude, and the voices of the other spirits began to sing a mournful, haunting melody. In the cellar, Lucy placed the skeletal remains next to the mirror. As she did, a blinding light filled the room, and a sense of peace and closure washed over her. The spirits of the Wainwright Estate had been released from their torment. Lucy left the farmhouse, knowing that she had uncovered the truth behind haunting whispers and had helped the spirits find the peace they had longed for. The old farmhouse stood silent and still, its secrets finally put to rest, and the countryside embraced a newfound tranquility. But Lucy would forever carry with her the memory of the haunted whisperers, a reminder of the enduring power of love, loss, and the bonds that transcend even death itself.